What's going on YouTube? Kevin here from TGITechday, bringing you guys the 7th video in my How to Become a YouTube Reviewer series. This video will be focusing on uploading, and I know that might sound weird to you guys. You guys might be thinking, oh, I just open up my web browser, pop in a video, and then just let it upload, and then all of a sudden my viewers see it. However, in my opinion, I think there's a little bit of a science and a little better way so that your audience gets the best optimal viewing experience, and I will show you guys how to do that in this video. So without further ado, let's get started. So like I mentioned before, this is a rather trivial step in the process, but I do feel like there are a few hints and pointers that I could give you guys so that your audience gets the best optimal viewing experience. So when you first go to YouTube and click on the upload button in the top right hand corner, you guys will see and be presented with this dialog. Now, you guys are probably, this probably isn't a new thing for you, but there are just some things I really want to expand upon in case you guys haven't thought of it before, or maybe this is just something to help you out. But the first part doesn't really matter, it's just a bunch of video information and the upload progress itself. The next part you guys may or may not see, and this depends if you are a YouTube partner or you have your account enabled for revenue sharing, which YouTube has to approve of itself. So if you guys are a partner or you do have revenue sharing, you guys do want to put ads on your videos, or maybe you don't want to, but I always do because I don't have a job, so I do kind of need a little bit of extra cash every now and then. So I do have ads on my videos, but the thing is that I never enable them right now. I always skip, and then I will get to that a little bit later as to why I do this. But just for now, I'm going to skip this and move on. Next, we have the meat and bones of the operation. We have all these fields that you have to fill out, and then this is where the small science comes into play. Obviously, you want to make sure you have an accurate title. This kind of goes without saying, so when someone searches up, let's say, the iRig mic review into the YouTube search engine, if that is what your video is titled, then there's a good chance that it might show up on the first page of the search engine. The next part is an accurate description, and of course this also goes without saying. You want to say, okay, this is the review of the iRig microphone from iKey Multimedia. You might want to stick the manufacturer's website in there just so people can go access that. Maybe you have a few social links. You can put those in there as well so people can find you in other websites. But you want to make sure you have an accurate description so that people, maybe they can just read the description, know what the video is going to be about, and they can choose right then and there whether or not they want to watch the video or go away and do something else if they're not interested. The next part is very, very important. You want a plethora of related tags, and pretty much what this means is just put as many related words down as you can that relates to the topic at hand. So let's say you're reviewing a pair of headphones. Obviously, besides putting headphones, earbuds, audio, sound, music, you can put iPod, iPod Touch, iPhone, iPad, Apple, Mac, those type of things. Those few things will add a lot to your video and will bump it up slightly higher, mainly because the iPhone is one of the more popular searched items on YouTube. So if you guys have iPhone in there, first of all, no one can say, oh, that doesn't relate at all, because you obviously can plug headphones into an iPhone, and it optimizes your search. There's something called search engine optimization, and that's kind of a little bit of that. I may or may not do a video of that in the future, but you just want to make sure you have a lot of related tags so that you have a higher chance of showing up in the search engine when someone looks up a particular video title. The next part is also really simple. You want to make sure that you change the category for your reviews. Now, a lot of you guys are probably science and technology people, so just change that. But maybe if you're doing film and animation, you're watching this just to see how things go, just change that to film and animation, whatever suits your review and video type the best. The next part is something that I think I do a little bit differently, and I always upload either private or unlisted. I never upload publicly, and this is where the revenue sharing thing kind of comes into play. When I upload my videos, upload them as unlisted, and that way, because my internet's a little slower, it takes like 3 or 4 hours to upload a full video in 720p or 1080p sometimes, and if you guys are partners, if you guys enable this for revenue sharing, then it automatically takes your video from unlisted or private and then bumps it to public. So what I basically do, I upload as unlisted or private, let the video process by itself for maybe 5 hours until it's available in 720p HD video right away. And at that point, then I enable revenue sharing, so then when that's done processing, the revenue sharing option that is, then it'll automatically put it to public. My audience can see it in 720p right away if they want to, and they don't have to watch it in 240p or 360p if they don't want to. So that's kind of important in my opinion. That's something I think I do a little bit differently, but that's just so that your audience can get the best video right away, so they don't have to wait for a while watching 240p and wait until it's actually done processing. Next part is just the license. I always put this as standard so no one can really steal my videos just because I don't want them to. If you guys want to share it, then go ahead and click the second one, which is basically allowing people to use your videos. So the last thing I want to talk about is thumbnails. And people always say that a good first impression is very important, and thumbnails are your first impression on YouTube. So let's say someone looks up filming and recording in the YouTube search engine. If someone sees, say, I don't know, a really weird gray blur on the screen for the thumbnail, they might not be as inclined to click on that video compared to someone that might have a thumbnail of, say, a really nice camera as the thumbnail. So basically what I'm trying to say is pick a thumbnail that pertains to your video, the best one that they offer. Now I know YouTube only offers 3 at the moment. Maybe in the future they'll be able to let you scrub through a video and then select a certain point. But if you guys are a normal YouTuber like I once was on TGITechday, then you guys are presented with mainly 3 options. And what you guys see on the screen right now is actually the 3 thumbnails that I was offered for my How to Become a YouTube Reviewer part 5, filming and recording. Now you guys see the 3 options I was presented with, the one on the left, the middle, and then the right. The one on the right I felt wasn't really good, it didn't really show what it was all about, and same with the one in the middle. However, the one on the left kind of shows more of what the video is about. There's a script on there, there's a microphone on there, there's a camera with tripod on there, there are light boxes on there. All these things that you need, like all the equipment you need to film and record, is right there in the thumbnail. So I chose that one as my thumbnail because I felt it pertained to my video, so that someone who saw that thumbnail might say, hey, that's a little bit different than what I might see in other videos in the search engine. So I'm going to click on that one, and so you get more views and everyone's nice and happy. However, I know sometimes that there are some thumbnails that are pretty cruddy and all 3 of them are either equally bad or you can't just choose the right one. At that point in the game, you really don't have a choice, just go ahead and choose one, because choosing one is better than not choosing one, I guess, unless YouTube has somehow magically picked the perfect thumbnail for you already. So if you guys are a YouTube partner, you guys actually will get this small extended part of the dialogue, and this part you will be able to upload your own thumbnail. Now you guys don't have to do this. Say like in the last part, maybe I was just happy with that one thumbnail that they provided with me, then I can just go ahead and click that. But if you guys don't have a very good thumbnail that YouTube automatically gives you, then go ahead and click on the upload thumbnail button right here. You'll get this dialog that pops up that basically says, you know, okay, you can upload this type of file. Pretty much what I do, I just go into Photoshop, stick a nice image of what I'm reviewing or what the video is about, put some large text on so people can read it easily in the small thumbnails, click choose file, find that file, locate it, and then click save changes, and then it will upload, and then automatically it will change my thumbnail to that image. So if you guys are a YouTube partner, go ahead and try to take a little bit of time to show your audience that you really care and show the search engines that, you know, you really do put effort into your videos. Make your own thumbnail. It doesn't take that much time if you guys know what you're doing in Photoshop, and that will, you know, draw more people to your video in the search engines because it's different than just, you know, whatever is being shown in the frame. So that wraps up my 7th video in my How to Become a YouTube Reviewer series. I hope you guys learned a lot, even though it's a very trivial step in the process. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I will see you guys next tech day.